What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
I don't know. I heard you got a Kickstarter going on.
Yep, that's right.
But I mean, dude, you've got a Kickstarter going on. It seems like all the time.
It does feel that way, man.
Do you hate it?
Sometimes I do, yeah. Especially the fulfillment part. It's a lot. Yeah.
I just I'm actually contemplating. I have several projects that I'm thinking about, that need to go to Kickstarter so people can fucking see it, right?
Yeah.
But I really don't want to do it. Like I kind of want to print some books up and put them on my website and sell 10 just to avoid the losing of the 10% or 7% or whatever it is. Right. If you make for every $100 you make, what is it? You get $93 or some. And when you're talking a couple of $1,000s, like I raised on the last one that we did, I think, I've got it right here. We raised $4,000, just a little over $4,000 on the Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. And I only got deposited in my account $3,700. Right. So they took $350.
Yeah.
And
for using their platform, essentially.
Yeah. And I just, man, it's
but can you get that traffic, the same traffic to your website though?
Oh no, by no means can I. Yeah. Let me make sure that I've got this thing shared out to so people can see it. Sometimes it says live now. See, it says only friends, so I got to switch it to worldwide.
Worldwide.
It's a little. How do I fucking do that? Edit audience. There it is. Prestige worldwide. Hey, there's Jerry.
Good old reliable Jerry.
That sounds like a old person that lives in the Andy Griffith show. Old reliable.
Yeah, Jerry. He is. Yeah, that's pretty much him in a nutshell.
No, so Kickstarter just, oh my God. I'm not even going to share with you the numbers that like this is my sheet of keeping track of all my bills.
At least you have a sheet, man.
For the Kickstarter. And like I told you, like since you were half responsible for issue 2 of Kara Prime Presents. Uh-huh. And so you were going to get half of whatever the half. So you're going to get 1/4 of the profits made. Right, dude, that's going to be like 50 fucking bucks. And that's not even me. I didn't include the fact that I paid for the variant cover artist. Like I paid for that and didn't include that in the bills.
Yeah,
so
I know.
It's, oh my God. It's mind blowing, but
yeah,
we're not here to talk about me.
We can, I don't mind, man.
Yeah, but we've got one more hour to try to drum up. Like, do you have like a live thing of what your Caffeinated Hearts? Let's see what we're looking at so we know what we started. We started at 260 backers. That's all I give a shit about. I'm not going to count the numbers or anything. We got 260 backers.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. I jumped like around 60-ish backers within like 2 or 3 days, which is great. Thank you, Travis.
Travis is giving you a good congrats with a Z. That means he really means it. It means he's cool. When you throw a Z on the end, it's like throwing an X where a CKS should be like backs. Like if you throw an X, you're just that much cooler.
Yeah. I'll let the Kickstarter take as much as they want. They only want the idea we connect with fans. Yep. I feel the love too, Jerry.
So,
but yeah,
we are Caffeinated Hearts.
Yeah. 260.
Tell me now, is this a one-shot story? Like I know zero about this other than it's you teaming up with Stefano again.
Yeah, so that is our third project together. We did Freak Show Night. We did the Space Cadet, both of which you did covers for.
Yes.
And
I didn't do one for Caffeinated Hearts. Someone forgot my fucking phone number.
I was keeping it very minimalistic. If you look at everything, it's a very minimalistic campaign. The goal on this one was actually increase my backer numbers, then to get like a huge blowout in funding, and I succeeded in that way.
Yeah, it's performing great for, you know, lack of variant covers. There's not a whole lot of special this and dipped in gold that and super you get a cameo from somebody special. Like none of that shit. It's get the fucking book and move on.
Yeah, the most complicated thing we did was offer a bag of coffee tier. So we partnered up with a company out of Fort Myers called Comics on Coffee. And they do this coffee subscription service. And the woman that owns the business is actually an artist too.
Okay.
She does the artwork that's on her bags of coffee, which look like comic books. I met her through Scout, and you know, they've partnered with Scout. So I met her, and she's like, I want to work with you somehow, Jonathan. I said, well, I got this coffee comic book coming up. What can we do? How can we, you know, promote each other? And she offered that if go ahead.
Did you have this thing lined up before you brought the Kickstarter, or is this something that developed like when you came up with the project Caffeinated Hearts?
Yeah.
Did you say, oh shit, man, this would be a great way for me to find a partner? Or did that just kind of happen like organically? You were going to do the project regardless.
I was going to do the project regardless. But then when she mentioned wanting to collaborate, and I said, well, is there any way we can get you to fulfill the coffee part of it all?
Yeah.
I don't want to
supply the addresses and stuff.
Exactly. So she's going to, I'm going to give her the funding for the rewards that included the coffee. She's going to in turn give me digital gift certificates, which I will send to the backers.
Okay.
And she'll so the backers will have to go to her website, redeem those digital
so she's getting customers out of this too. So she's going to get their email address, she's going to get all that stuff.
Right.
And that's really smart on both of your part for forcing them to sign up for her mailing list.
Right.
Man, business is tough, dude. And
it's cutthroat, you know it.
Yeah. Well, at one point, like before Loggerhead got all fucked up because of COVID, I had a deal lined up with a local brewery to have a Loggerhead lager made. How the Kickstarter was going, we had lager.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
You can't get
but I mean that all shit happens, man. It would have been cool, but having that extra stuff lined up, it helps us show that we're not just doing this as a put together all these great things. We're making action figures, we're making buttons, we're making pillows, we got coffee coming to you. Like all this shit is to just, we have to stand out.
Yeah, you gotta do something different, man.
All right, so when I look at Caffeinated Hearts, by the way, the animated thing was fucking BA, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm really happy with the way that video turned out. I'm spoiled by that video now. I'm like, how do I do another Kickstarter without doing a video that cool again? I'm gonna
have to call in some favors to get some cool shit like that. But so when I watched that, not knowing much about it, it feels very heavy metal, but that's part of having Stefano on a project. Everything looks like it came from the heavy metal brand.
Right. Yeah.
And I dig it. I dig it because that's so far removed from what I do. So Stefano's style just always looks gritty and cyberpunk and Blade Runner. And it looks like all those things. Is that what you wanted? Like, does that fit into the story?
Actually, it could take place anywhere, but I wrote the script with the art direction very limited and let Stefano do his own thing. And he said, "What do you think about making this just set in a cyberpunk world?"
Oh, like, right on. So you really just had like a story you wanted to tell. It could have been told in elves and fairies. Well, I guess not. They're not drinking coffee, but it could be in the ancient Roman times.
Yeah. So
he got to pick, huh?
It was meant to be like ambiguous. Like it could be any country, any time, any. All I had was the story. It's actually 4 stories set in the same coffee shop, and the barista, it crosses all 4 stories.
So this is a mini anthology of what goes on in this coffee shop.
Yeah, and I like to call it a slice of life. It's one day in the life of people at this coffee shop. So it's
all right.
Something different.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just something different from all the other stuff I've done. You know, the recount being the action thriller, the freak show stuff, the zombies, you know, the space cadet.
So where did the inspiration for the Caffeinated Hearts story? Like, were you in the middle of taking a dump after coming home from Waffle House and saying, dude, I need to write a story about what a Waffle House waitress sees at 2:00 in the morning?
I think it might have been Denny's or IHOP, but it was something along those lines. And on top of that, it was also Stefano wanted him and I were talking after Space Cadet release. He's like, what do you want to do next? I wasn't even thinking like next, but he said, you want to do another Space Cadet story, another zombie one? And I said, well, if you want to do something, how about I got this coffee story in mind. And I know he likes coffee because he always uses this hashtag Ultra Coffee. And when I gave him the idea, he said, give me the script. And yeah, we ran with it from there.
All right. Hey, did you share this out to all your little pages and peoples and stuff?
Where did I find the link?
Oh, shit. I don't know. Wherever
at the top? Can I just do did you share it out?
I share. I mean, when I press go live on, like after a StreamYard, like it's going to my Facebook, my YouTube, and it's going to the Silverbacks HQ. But inside of social media, like come to the Brian, come to my Facebook page and then share it out from there or something, like, just to get more people. It looks like only like 3 people are watching. I want to make sure that we get enough people to look at this, because it's not going to matter if they look at it in an hour, because it'll all be over with.
I don't see it on your Facebook page.
On my personal page, it's like the very top thing.
Is it Brian Silverback's artist?
No, the one where he's pointing at the screen.
You say it like.
Well, that's not Brian Shepard. That's Brian Silverback. He's doing it.
Gotcha. I see it now. Yeah. All right. Share the feed. All right. Gotcha.
All right. So you got this story, slice of life story. I don't know what else to say.
Well, can you share the screen?
Oh, man. I am not an interviewer, dude.
Dude, yes, you are. I believe in you.
Yeah, well, I've got a whole 3 minutes of prep. So give me let me see, screen share.
Well, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about your recount covers coming out. You got a few of them. Oh, there we go.
I do have a few recount covers coming out. So Preamble comes out in what, 2 months?
May 18th.
May 18th. And that's only if there's enough paper to print comics.
Yeah, that's for sure, man.
I had the last Kickstarter that we did for Cara Prime Presents was at the printer for 2 months before they had enough paper to do the job. Which
printer was that?
That's the one that we normally use, or that I normally use, that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, well, shit, man, that just sucks, because there's nothing I can do. And I know that printer also has obligations to other people that are like probably priority clients. So they're probably going to be like, oh, I got to take care of the priority clients. So it just, for 2 months, I waited on getting, like, I had everything done.
No, that blows, man.
So your book, so that comes out May 18th, you say?
Yeah.
Your interior artist did the A cover, which is the red and white and the skull.
Yeah, Ruben Gill.
And then I did the incentive cover, or the unlockable cover, which is the white cover of Belly.
Right.
At your request, mostly. And then for Kingdom of Comics, I did a Scarface one.
No,
not Scarface. Godfather.
Yeah.
And then you and I will also have our own Brian and Jonathan exclusive cover that nobody, I don't believe, has seen.
Nope. That's awesome.
So that's cool.
I like how we did that. This will be the 3rd time we've done something like that.
Oh yeah, because we did Space Cadets.
Well, yeah, we did the Set It Off, and then we did the Space Cadet one, and then now this next one. So,
and then who knows where it will go from here. So the recount is headed to production for a movie, right?
It is,
and, now that I have an IMDb Pro account, I can access the recount and see if there's any movement, but there isn't. But it's just cool to see that your name is credited on there as one of the writers, but you can only see that with an IMDb Pro account.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that my name's attached, so that's pretty neat, man.
That's pretty fucking cool, man.
I'm eager to see some more, progress with it, like some casting,
or just some more information.
Yeah, of course.
About progress being built up and stuff. But how cool is that? I'm so happy for you that that's happening. We'll get back to the recount in a second, but let's walk through the Caffeinated Hearts here by Jonathan and Stefano.
Yeah, man.
We still only have 260, so we haven't reached enough people to get one fucking backer. But let's go through this. So this is I don't know if that can I do that?
Yeah. There you go, man. Yeah.
Coffee. A wonderful elixir consumed every day around the world. All
right. So for the voiceover work, did you use Fiverr or do you know somebody? Is this somebody that you knew?
No, I hired out this video.
So whoever you hired also hired the voice talent.
Yes.
Okay.
But the dialogue in this is actually my writing from page 1 of Caffeinated Hearts. So
okay.
All the words are my words.
This beverage has blended
I would hope so.
lives over countless ages. From simple origins to complex concoctions.
Dude, I mean, this shit, just having the movement adds so much.
Yeah.
Its magical powers are limited only to the amount poured.
Yeah, I like the music too.
Step inside. Let the sweet aroma of freshly ground beans submerge your senses. Have a seat at your favorite table. Your barista will be right with you.
That's badass, dude. I mean, it's so short. Like, I want a whole fucking, a whole cartoon of this, man.
I know. Unfortunately, it was pretty expensive just for that one.
No, I understand that completely.
Yeah.
So what do we got? We got stretch goals here. Looks like we got a pin-up page inside the comic book.
Yeah. So it's extra pages that just Stefano added. So we went from 24 pages to 26 pages of his artwork.
All right.
Everyone, all the physical U.S. backers are getting that coffee bag right there for free.
This one right here in the back with the zombie on it?
No, that one.
The one with the girl.
Yeah, so that's a 2 ounce. That one with the girl, which is Stefano's artwork. That's a 2 ounce bag of coffee from Comics on Coffee. So
okay,
all U.S. physical backers are getting that.
Oh, that's awesome! And I saw this is just recent here.
Yeah,
this coffee stained heart one.
Yeah, so this one is exclusive just for international backers. So
wowee!
Yeah, so only physical international backers get this, and they get it for free. I did that because
in place of their normal order, or this will be the cover that they get.
No, in addition to their normal cover. So it's like a bonus for them. They pledge any reward that's physical. They get this as well, and it's made to help offset the cost of the price of shipping internationally.
By adding shit, I don't understand how that works.
So I'm charging $25 flat rate for international shipping, right? Mm-hmm. So the bonus to them is they're going to get a cover that only they will get. So
okay. I understand.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I like that.
Yeah. So then I just got some pictures right here, some stock photos where I was able to add artwork from the comic book.
Yeah, and make it look all practical, advertising like.
Yeah.
It looks great.
And then some preview pages, unlettered before Jerome got a chance to letter them, so I just threw them up.
Yeah. Well, with 24 pages, you give away 3 pages on the damn Kickstarter. They're like, well, shit, I can guess what happens. So exactly. I do the same thing. I'll put pages up that don't have the lettering on it.
Yeah, it's just better that way.
Wow, you put a lot of pages up here. Shit, that's the whole damn book.
I put 7 on there. And then
what is this? Is that a B cover?
That's a B cover by my Quicksand artist, Deborah Lanchinese.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. And then this one, cover C, is by the Coffee on Comics on Coffee owner and artist.
Oh, this is the lady that runs the coffee shop.
Yeah, so she runs that business and did this cover too. So
will she be buying some to keep in her coffee shop to like some sort of?
I think she's gonna stock up and use it as like, because she goes to Comic Cons and sells her coffee there.
Okay,
so she might have some extra ones there to kind of draw some people to her table. No pun intended.
Oh, look at that! I see my stuff.
There you go.
Let's see holiday spirits. Well, right on, man. Let's see if we've got any backers. Like one of you motherfuckers needs to. Oh, we got one.
Did we?
We got one, dude. We did our job. Let's turn the stream off. We're done.
Good night, Brian. See you Saturday.
All right, man. So let's see. What are we going to talk about? I really enjoyed that. Is there anything like once the preamble comes out? Now let's switch gears to the biggest hitter in the Jonathan Hedrick market. Is the recount.
Yeah.
The preamble's a one shot.
Right.
And is there anything like obviously the preamble takes place before the recount? Is there anything else in the recount atmosphere that's kind of just burning away at you?
Yeah, I mean the second volume is like digging inside of my skull, ready to be put on paper. It's just having the time to get to, sit down and write it. Is my biggest obstacle. Plus, I have a lot of projects in the works, man. Quicksand, Capable.
And you mean Quicksand and Capable is ongoing? Like you're adding to those that brand as well, or you just mean like that's just the one thing that you have worked on?
I still have scripts that are due for those. So I still have issue 5 to write for Quicksand, issue 7 for Capable. My comic book series with Black Box Comics. It hasn't come out yet, but I'm a hired writer for that. If some overseas can we purchase it and have it sent to them and they get the blank cover. Just have them back the campaign, Jerry.
Yeah. Oh, so your guy from Black Box, he reached out to me on Instagram.
Nice.
And I guess my number might have been too high for him because I did not get a return message.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I was looking forward to that, but that didn't happen.
But there is the possibility that someone might hire you for a store exclusive for this book. So
for the Black Box?
For the Black Box.
Oh yeah. Right on. I'm down. Like oh shit, I got it. Look at that.
Oh hell yeah. Some Terry. I love that Buck Rogers homage style.
Yeah, dude. So when you come up next weekend for our comic book signing at Syndicate Comics in Marietta, Georgia, I'll have some of these. And in addition to the $50 that you earned from the Kickstarter, Mike, I can send you home with some consolation prizes that maybe can sit across the table with the prestigious recount.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, man.
Is there any other recount swag that you have? Like, are you working any kind of like recount coffee deals or recount ammunition or anything coming along the lines of
recount ammunition?
Yeah.
There is a recount coffee bag coming out soon. Really? Yes.
That's awesome. Now, since the recount is published through Scout Comics, like, do they have to approve? Are they making the coffee, or is this Jonathan doing it and Jonathan gets to eat all of his own cake and eat it too?
It's what you just said. Yeah, that Scout worked out that deal with the same people, Comics on Coffee, the people I partnered with Caffeinated Hearts. They are doing a pairing with them to release different bags of coffee with their titles on the coffee bag. Like they already have one for Phantom Star Killer. That one's already out. Those guys have been flashing that. So the thing of it is, it's like unique new artwork attached to the bag of coffee and like a QR code on the back where you can get a digital copy of the comic.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
So let's see what else. Oh, so tell me, like, I follow you on Instagram and everything. Dude, you're doing all kinds of stuff, and you're not the only one in these pictures that I see. Like, it's usually you and somebody else.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of Francesca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is this wonderful smiling person?
So Francesca is the artist of Steak.
Yes.
Yeah.
From John Byrne, Jonathan, David Byrne.
David Byrne. Yeah. She came to U.S. to visit back in November. She stayed, and then last month we actually got married.
So, what the fuck? You didn't even tell me that. Like, how do you not tell me some shit, like a fucking text message or something? I did see something like you said it was the happiest day of your life, like 2 days ago or some shit or something.
Yeah, that was when we later on that day after we went to the courthouse. But
that wasn't a month ago. That was like 3 days ago.
Well, yeah, but the picture was taken over a month ago.
Oh, wow.
So let me tell you the story. We had to keep it. We were keeping it on the down low because of the immigration status. You know, we didn't want to mess around and get her in trouble with her visa and everything like that. So we were playing it cool. And now we have all the paperwork filed, so she's here the proper way, and no one's going to be, you know how sensitive that can be.
Yeah. My sister-in-law, it was born in Mexico and stuff, and she was actually here illegally when my brother married her, and then like she had to go back to Mexico for a year and do some sort of shit, and then come back, even though she was married the whole time. Like, it was a whole big thing.
Yeah, we were trying to avoid all that stuff, so we got our ducks in a row. We were making sure that everything was legal and proper, so she wouldn't have to, go back home and do that whole.
Well, congratulations, man, to both of you.
Thank you.
Does that mean that when it comes time to you to do another one of your Jonathan projects, will it? Hey, there she is. Bingo. So when you do another cool ass project, like, will she be an artist, or you guys are like, hey, we need to keep our shit separate?
Well, she's so busy with Steak and the Steak spinoff,
the Jessame.
Yes, David keeps scripts ready for her, so she might not have any time to write. To draw anything for anyone else, even for me. So, I'd be lucky to even get a cover here or there. So we'll see. Time will tell. So.
All right. Well, do you know, like, offhand, if the Jessame and Steak, is that like a finite thing, or is that an ongoing thing?
From what I understand, the Steak is like 3 seasons, maybe.
Okay.
There's gonna be 3 volumes, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe more.
All right. I'm refreshing to see if anybody else. We still only have one motherfucker that backed it.
Well,
I love that one. I love that one. But all right. 1 in 30 minutes, we can do better than that.
Yeah.
So Caffeinated Hearts. Do you what is the future for Caffeinated Hearts? Is there a future? Is there a sequel? Or are you just waiting to see how it pans out? Or do you have a publisher saying, hey, I'll run that for you? Like, Second Sight is publishing almost everything. Like, if someone's got something that has a little bit of go power on it, they're going to publish it.
Yeah. We just want to get the Kickstarter fulfilled. That's the biggest thing right now. We haven't gone any further than that. No publishers have been contacted about it. We haven't talked about a second volume.
Right on.
But Stefano and I have a 4th project lined up and planned. That's another type of genre, another type of story, another one-shot. I think that's been working well with him and I, like every 6 months, a one-shot. Yeah. So we're not, because he's doing a ton of stuff.
I'm wondering how you guys can afford all these artists to just fucking, like, I just imagine that Stefano is not the cheapest individual to hire to do art.
Well,
and
I've slowly been gaining the fortune to be able to start to have artists work with me without needing either as high as paid amount that they normally get, or willing to work for free. So that's.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that I can't fall into that category. That must be why my phone stopped ringing.
You've helped me out enough, Brian. Stop it, man.
No, I'm just fucking with you, man. But so that's awesome. Now, when you did this Caffeinated Hearts, you and Stefano, is Stefano partner on the book?
Yeah. Yep.
And that takes some of the costs. And like, if it ever gets turned into a movie, like, you guys will have to split that shit 50-50 because that's the agreement to get the art at such a cheap price or something.
Yeah. And that'd be a good problem to have, you know?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. So.
But I like the idea of, did you watch the anthology thing for Diabolical on Amazon Prime? Like it takes place in the Boys universe. It was like 8 episodes.
I've heard about it.
Little cartoons. It's like the Animatrix.
Yeah. Is it any good?
Some of them were okay. Some of them were I didn't give a shit. Like,
yeah, I've been having so much time trying to watch TV. I finally got time to sit down and watch Peacemaker.
I enjoyed that so much.
What was your favorite part?
The fact that it exists. I don't know. Like it really. I don't know, man. Like, it was really just really fun to see these characters that existed in a world that felt more real than anything Spider-Man and Iron Man have dealt with, because these people are talking and acting like real people would in some sort of usual circumstances. And I enjoy that. Yeah,
me too, man. I loved just how funny and it wasn't like
speaking of, we spoke him into existence. We said steak and we said Jessime, and he's like, oh shit, I heard my name. But so I enjoy that. But for this next project, you said it's a new genre. Can you give us like a ballpark of kind of like a rough, like, is it a werewolf story or something?
No, it's more like I'd say Punisher, Ghost Rider-esque style.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, and it's Stefano not doing traditional watercolors. It's him doing digital for the first time.
Oh, wowee.
Yeah, so he's like, I want to do something digital, and he's like, do you want to write it, Jonathan? And I was like, oh, okay, sure.
Right. No, so is he the head motherfucker in charge on that one?
I hope so, man. I hope so, because it's getting harder and harder for me to be project manager on all these things. I mean, it's I got this dry erase board on the other side of my computer that I have to keep track of everything, man.
Yeah. Well, just know that sounds like something I may want to do a cover on. Like that sounds like something that completely fits into what I do.
Right. Yeah, I know, man. You're at the top of the list. You know that.
Oh, this guy does. Tyler does cover art too. He does some wicked paintings. Like he's a traditional, like, oil and fucking acrylic and all that shit. Like, his shit's magic.
That's what's up.
But that's awesome. What are we at? Did we get another backer yet? Let me see. Let me hit the bell. No new backer. We just,
as long as we didn't lose any backers. So that's,
you want to see something cool?
Yeah. Show me some stuff you've been working on, Brian. Another bunny mask?
Yeah, they're doing a bunny mask volume 2. Oh, this is a live thing. Maybe I'll delete it after it's gone. I'll show you some shit. That's what I'll show you. Oh, this is what it looks like. You guys can see. No, you can't see this yet.
Nice.
So this is what it looks like with Demir's colors all over it.
So is this a store exclusive, or is this Aftershock paying you for this?
No. I still have yet to crack open the getting a cover directly from the publisher. Mm-hmm. Everything you see me posting is usually for a store.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to crack the window. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want to see this? You guys haven't seen this. This is an exclusive to anybody.
Tampon Man, nice.
This is the Michael Ratliff variant cover for that.
Is this the next one, or is it the Cara Prime Kids?
See, I'm actually debating on not even doing a Kickstarter for Cara Prime Kids Just gonna make it and put it on the website because I have Cara Prime Presents 1 and 2 or 3 and 4 to still do.
Yeah.
You know, I've got all this shit and I want to get it done before the summer kicks off, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Did you get any traction with that Swamp Thing cover?
No, it got a lot of attention, but my goal with that was to try to get DC or Marvel's attention or something to.
Right. Moon Knight, that was a commission? The Moon Knight one?
Yeah, the artwork was a commission, but I'm trying to do more stuff that I think could be to get attention, to get me to do covers for like a legitimate A cover and a legitimate B cover and shit like that.
Yeah, I get it.
This was the print when we were supposed to go up to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, man.
And this was going to be the print that I wanted to bring up there so that we could have it just for the show.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
But that would have been awesome.
Well, all right. I mean, it's ready for whenever we do something. I mean, we got that show next weekend, but
I won't be ready. Like, it won't be here in time. And I wanted to, like, we need to do a convention for that to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, speaking of conventions, I got a table paid for MegaCon all 4 days.
Ooh, sweet.
And a MegaCon exclusive. I mean, that was awesome. That was a big move. What's this?
Yeah, well, hold on. You tell me your MegaCon. Like, so did you pay for that, or they gifted it to you, or?
No, yeah, it was gifted not by MegaCon, but by someone who paid for the booth. And
okay. Yeah. So will it be a Jonathan booth, or are you appearing at somebody else's booth?
Appearing at someone else's booth.
So like a comic book retailer says because I've done things where like a retailer, David, when he had a comic book shop, like his comic book shop had a booth at a convention, and I was a guest of the comic book shop at the convention.
Yeah.
Is that similar to what you're doing?
That's exactly what it is. And with a exclusive for the con with that retailer.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. If I can find my mouse, I'd pull it back up. David says this looks good. So here we go. This right here is part. That NFT thing I've been working on.
Oh yeah.
So I've been saying that I'm working on something called Gen Zeros, which is an NFT television show. Okay. And they have a voiceover that kind of sets up the entire series. Mm-hmm. And I did all of the still frames for the all these one-shot things to be played while the voiceover is talking.
That's awesome. This looks like a cool like 2-page splash in some like steampunk style.
Well, here, let me show you this one. So that's the here we go. So that's the ships coming to Earth.
Okay.
And if they look like bike pedals, that's because that's what they are.
Oh, so it's like Galactus's training wheels.
Yeah, but I saw, you remember that there's been a post online of like ordinary objects turned into spaceships, and they have like a can opener and a PlayStation controller. So I was trying to think of unique things, and so this is a bike pedal, man. It looks just like a bike pedal.
That's smart, man.
I just didn't have enough time to do everything. Like I had 2 weeks to do all of these.
Right.
And then I guess without context, this stuff is okay. And then, it's supposed to, like I'm saying, there's about 3 or 4 minutes of voiceover that are going on, and so I did all of this artwork for that project.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying that project? I mean,
I just finished it. I turned in the last piece, which I'm gonna flash it up on screen with no context. This is the last frame.
All right. Lay it on me.
That's it.
Oh, I guess my screen's frozen because I still see Moon Knight.
Oh, well, I don't know how to make it better.
There it is. Oh, okay. Yep. So it looks like some guys are squaring off.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to not give you context, but it's pretty cool. And dude, you know who the Big Show is, right?
Yeah.
Like
I
the Big Show
in Tampa.
The Big Show is in this project. Like he's an actor in this project.
Mm.
And Alex Ponovic, the guy that played Ivan in Hawkeye, like the lead tracksuit guy.
Yeah.
That's the guy that's
Tracksuit Mafia.
Yeah. He's the head motherfucker in charge of this project.
Cool.
It's his money. He's acting. He's executive producing. He called in the Big Show. And so they're big in the NFT market. So what they're going to do is like premiere the video. Like you have to buy an NFT movie ticket and then they send you the film, or somehow you can stream it or some shit. And then like 6 months later, everyone else can watch it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
But that's what I've been working on. I don't really.
It sounds like the wave of the future.
Well, they're trying to get on that train. But so
cool.
So I'll make some money, maybe hopefully selling them shits. I don't know. They're not NFTs, but maybe they'll think it's cool. Let's see if we got anybody else.
I don't think so. As long as you didn't lose anybody.
No, well, okay, yeah, there is that.
There was more cancellations on this one than I've ever had, but
I mean, dude, you're at $5,000 for a 26 issue comic.
Yeah, a 26 page.
Well, that's okay. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Someone's gonna be like, "Where's that 26 issues Brian Silverbacks was telling me about?"
Yeah, dude. I don't know if I told you know how much this cover cost me.
No clue.
$600 fucking dollars.
Well, it's an awesome cover, dude. I really like that one, man.
I like it a lot too, but man, it just does. So the next ones coming up are Stefano and Ivan did Sister Kate, and then you and I did the Loggerhead thing.
The Arctica.
No, the Loggerhead thing, not the Arctica thing. We did the Loggerhead thing.
Cold blood. But yeah, so I don't sell these people. You've got 20 minutes to get. Oh, another backer. How many people do we have on right now?
I don't know. 5.
they probably all already backed it, but
then add $1. Add $1.
Nice.
No, but 262 is what you are currently at as far as backers go.
There's nothing to shake a stick at, man.
That's amazing.
3 days ago, I was really sweating it. It was a slow crawl. You know how painful these Kickstarters can be. So I'm just happy that it's going to get funded, and then people are going to get a really cool, different comic book. And then they're going to get coffee with it, which is awesome.
He can cancel and back out. The number won't change if you do that.
Yeah.
I got a small, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I appreciate that, Tyler.
Yeah. Some people are like, I just finished fulfilling my last Kickstarter that I did for issue 1 and 2 of Kara Prime. And like, there were like 3 people that didn't fill out the survey to get their shit. And you're like,
don't get me started on that, man.
How do you not?
I have a corner in my closet that has a stack of Gemini mailers. Everything's packed, ready to go. I have the person's name, their backer number, and the project, and I'm just waiting for them to do the survey. Yes.
Like, when does my obligation end to track them down and say, "Hey, jabroni"? Like,
I saw another. This is where being a creator and backing other people's projects comes in real handy. I saw someone put something in their updates after the campaign ended. He said, "Surveys are going out. If I don't get your survey in 1 year from today, I'm keeping your money and canceling your pledge and keeping your books." I'm like, cool. That I might use that. And I'm gonna see if he gets any feedback from that. But if you put it out there and you have it in writing, why not? You gave the person a year to fulfill it. So going back to Jessica.
David said he's had a problem with it too with Jessime.
Yeah. I got one person that keeps on backing things and never does any surveys.
I don't mind taking people's money, but the thing I do mind is I don't want to later find out that they're bad mouthing it and hey, I didn't get my shit from that motherfucker Brian who was going to send me all this. I'm like, and then what do you do, man?
There's nothing you can do, man. It just comes down to acceptance. You know, you can only control what you do. So I put it out there, put out reminders. I make sure they have their stuff if they come back to me with it. But after a while, I think Kickstarter doesn't even let you see the backer report anymore. So at some point that expires. So you couldn't even fulfill it if you wanted to.
All right. Hey, so what day are you guys coming up here? Do you know?
Friday. We're driving Friday.
You're gonna drive up here. God damn. Yeah, did you get a new car?
I did, yes.
What did you end up getting?
Nissan Rogue. It's awesome.
I think that's what you said you were looking at when you were talking about getting a car.
Yeah, I had my heart set on it. I found the right one.
Brittany says they're ready for their exclusives. Brittany is part of B&S Comics that I do a lot of work with.
Okay.
Oh, she might be talking about the exclusive for Apex because they got 2. Nice. They ordered 2 exclusive covers for Apex for the Kara Prime #1. But Brittany is part of B&S Comics out of Nebraska that I do a lot of work with, and I'll be flying up there to do that show in 2 weeks.
You go to a lot of shows in Nebraska, man. That's awesome.
It's the same guys. They just are just that badass that they're like, dude, we got to have that Brian guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Tyler will be there too. Like a lot of people will be there for this show, but I'm still kind of disappointed. So you're driving up on Friday.
Right.
Driving up on Friday. That's a fucking not a fun drive.
You know what? I looked at it and it was less of a drive than when I drove to Pensacola last year.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
I guess it is. What are you taking? 85 up?
95.
Oh, 95. But you got to get up. Then you got to get off on 85 or 75.
Something like that. But it's mostly 95.
Okay. Yeah. And your wife is coming?
Yes. Yep. She's part of the signing. Yep. She's on the bill.
All right. And are you guys staying here at my place, or are you going to get a place?
No, we got a place down the street from.
When are you going to tell me, man? Because my grandkids could have spent the night. I said no.
I thought we already talked about that.
No, I said as long as there's no humping, you guys can stay here. I guess you just needed to hump.
Have your grandkids spend the night, man.
It's too late. I've made arrangements. But I'm looking forward to you guys coming up here. Are you leaving that Saturday? You guys going to hang out?
No, we're going to leave Sunday.
Sunday, so, yeah, there's a big convention that weekend in Atlanta. It's like the Walker Stalker Con. So it's all those people. But dude, it is nothing but an autograph fest. Like the guy that runs Syndicate Comics asked if he's like, hey man, I could buy a table and set up there and have you guys show up there and sign. I was like, we wouldn't make any money because that's just an autograph show.
Yeah.
But so after our signing on Saturday. Like if you wanted to, like you could go do all that shit as whatever you wanted.
If we got the time, it's a long drive back too. So yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right. Well, we got to go get some nachos though.
I know. We got to get you some nachos.
Got to get some nachos. Oh, we got another backer. 263. Woo! 263.
Nice, man.
Somebody's in love. But so that's cool. I can't wait for you guys to come out. Oh, and don't forget to bring your secret decoder jersey.
I have it hanging in an area of my closet for me to not miss it. So
yeah,
if I still miss it, you're gonna be mad.
Yeah. So the guy that runs Syndicate Comics says when you guys come in to do this signing, it'd be great to get some pictures with you wearing Syndicate Comic shirts. And I was like, well, we can do that for like photo op or whatever, but we're coming prepared.
Tell me about the store. I've never been there.
All right. So this store is not just a store. Like it's inside of an antique mall. Are you familiar with that kind of setup?
Yeah, we have those in here in Florida. Yeah.
So they rent this space, but they have like the size of a store inside of the antique mall.
And they got a diamond account, so they get new comics. So it's not like flea
market yeah. No, it's not old. Like they have new comics every Wednesday.
Okay, cool.
They have new comics. They've got statues. They got Funko Pops. They have local artist prints are there. They're doing all kinds of stuff. They just really haven't. They didn't always have this much space, and in the past, I think like 3 months, they've doubled the amount of space that they've been allotted inside of the mall. And so now I'm trying to say, hey, I asked him, he didn't ask me to come there. I was like, hey dude, I want to come and sign some fucking books. Let us in. I said, and he didn't want me, but I said, I know Jonathan. Oh, okay, you can come in now.
Sweet, that's sweet in the deal.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, well, we'll get them up there. We'll make a whole thing of it. And I noticed that, you know how I am about always wanting to spread the wealth. And I see you and all of the Florida crew doing the same fucking 3 locations. And then I ask you how to go, and you'll be like, dude, I might as well just stuff the corn cob up my ass and stayed at home.
It's like
and
that sometimes,
And it frustrates me because there's not much I can do to help it, because being someone that creates a visual thing like this, and I can work on all these different titles, I can have people from Nebraska invite me up there because I've worked on so many things that a variety of people will appeal to. So people are willing to fly me out there or have me as a guest for their show or have a guest for their comic book shop. And I'm just like, I want that for you too. And so so seeing you do those shows, and I think I reached out to you and said, hey, how was today? And you're like, I think I made enough gas money. And I was like, fuck, dude, you've got so much cool shit going on. Why is it so difficult for you to make double the gas money? Like, granted, nowadays, gas money would be quite the bonus. So seeing that is when I reached out to the guys at Syndicate. I said, hey, man, Jonathan usually is willing to try to travel. If I can set something up, like, it wasn't even for me. I just happened to be a part of the recount by proxy. But it just sucks. It sucks. And this was me trying to set something up, establish a relationship with Syndicate Comics, and to try to get you out of Florida. So maybe people will be like, oh, dude, this guy's a draw. Let's have him at our show. Let's have him at our thing. Like, I'm trying to help.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, and I want to go to as many other stores as possible. I'm very thankful for the stores that are in my
I get
area.
it, yeah, but I can only own so many copies of a signed recount.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
No matter how much I love Jonathan,
right.
If I've owned everything you've ever done, I might not make it out to the next time you're at my local comic book shop.
Right. Exactly.
But there's going to be somebody in Texas. There's going to be somebody in, Ohio, somebody in Nebraska that's never had an opportunity to meet you or to get the recount book signed.
I get people messaging me all the time, like, come out here to California. I'm like, how?
As soon as somebody pay that, I get that. Maybe not as much as you, but I've heard when you come into Texas, and when you come to the West Coast,
right? And
I said, as soon as somebody fucking pays for me to do that, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm getting this is my chance. Boop, boop, jump aboard the Brian train. But I'm getting a chance to go to Shreveport, Louisiana in August. I've never been to Louisiana. And they contacted me and said, hey, do you want to be a guest at our show?
It's funny you say that because I put a call out to stores in Louisiana and no one bit whatsoever. Like, are there any even comic book stores in Louisiana? But it wasn't a store. It's a convention that's having me. Gotcha. But they're also having me really, I didn't want to say this out loud, because of my work on the recount. Oh, wow. That's awesome, man. That's good. And I was like, well, shit, man, now I feel bad. You didn't invite Jonathan. He created the motherfucker. Like, I didn't have anything to do with it. But so, all I did was put some Sugar Skull face paint on your skull. That covers a banger, though, man. It ended up being a banger. Everyone's like, do you have any more of those Scarface covers? I'm like, no. Did you check out the Comic Tom one? They're like, yeah, we already have those. We want more. I'm like, we want the original, because the Comic Tom ones, a lot of people don't realize isn't the same. They think it's just a version. No, it's a different. It's a different mask. Yeah. It's funny that I was at Scout HQ, I think last month, and helping them do a Whatnot sale, and James was like, oh shit, we have one more Scarface. It was somehow got lost in the shuffle. He's like, and you can see in his face, like, he knows. He's like, dude, this is at least $50. Right. We're gonna pay for all the coffee Jonathan's been drinking here all day.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude. I'm so happy for you that everything with the recount has taken off the way that it has to this point. I mean, you've got a movie coming, a movie in production. Let's not say it's coming out yet, but a movie that's in production.
It's a lot further than a lot of other option stuff. You know, a director attached, him and his co-writer.
This guy just drew a wiener.
Wow.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm happy for that, and I'm doing my best because you have allowed me to be a part of the recount universe.
Well, it wasn't hard to allow you, you know.
And I'm just trying to do my part to try to help make it what it needs to be. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So just reach out to GeekCon and see if maybe, like, that's the name of the convention, is Geek''D.
Okay.
And I think they've announced all their guests, but maybe you could say, hey, that thing, Brian, I wrote it. You know, maybe you could just like give me a tape. I don't know how you would get there. I don't know how far away it is, but
maybe someone drops down or something. Who knows? Yeah.
Just reach out and say, hey, my name's Jonathan. Wondering if you guys needed any guests, because that's how I do. I'll write to all these conventions and say, not sure if you need a guest, but I'm available. Here's my body of work. Here's my phone number. Holler if you hear me. And then I walk out like Scott Steiner.
It's like Michael Scott always said, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, I don't want to take advice from Michael Scott, but
hey, I think the Kickstarter is about to end.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're less than a minute. Let me pull it up here so people can fucking see it.
All right,
we're at 263.
Nice.
Will it go up at least one more notch in this next minute? I'm gonna say no, but
I'm gonna say
as long as it doesn't go down, we're good. Caffeinated Hearts.
263 is a good number, man. My highest.
That's a magical number.
212 is what I had for Quicksand, 1 through 3, which was my highest one previously before this. Higher funding amount, but this is more backers, and that's
a lot more. Issue 1 through 3, you're having a lot more product. This is one product you've got here.
Right. There are only 3 covers. Well,
all right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. Nobody backed out at the last minute. Now, the only way they'll back out now is when it goes to collect and their fucking debit card is like canceled or some shit. And they're like,
right.
The guy that backed you for $1,000.
It's always that guy too, right?
Yeah. Hey, well, congratulations, my friend.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go back to this one.
What'd you think of the Batman? Tell me your thoughts on
that. Have you seen it?
Yes, I saw an IMAX preview screenings of it.
I'm going to tell you, as the end of the movie was happening on the Batman, I said, this is the fucking recount.
Oh, wow. Really? I mean,
because he had the masked militia trying to set up to take out politicians. You didn't see the recount at all.
I mean, I might have sent WB a cease and desist, but
no. But I'm saying, like, in your mind, did you? Well, I'm not saying they ripped on you, but did you in your mind see like, oh shit, this is kind of very similar to what I've put together?
What I thought was like, oh shit, more people are going to think I'm copying off of something else. You know, that's what my main concern is. People are going to think that I didn't think of this until I saw someone else do it. Like. But I also like the January 6th stuff, you know, it's like, oh yeah, I wrote this comic book right after January 6th. You know,
I do think that with the Batman having this element, that maybe whoever's writing the Hollywood script may have to pivot a little so that it doesn't look derivative, even though it's not.
Yeah, or just you know, level up, you know, just make it look cooler. Right.
But okay, so my thoughts on Batman is fucking amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
I really, so the part to me that I really enjoyed was he's not quite the badass that we know him to be. And I know you're a huge Batman fan. Mm-hmm. You are a ginormous Batman fan. And I liked this Batman because he didn't have all the answers. He was doing detective shit. It was just like watching the video game unfold. Like all he needed was stealth mode to come up and like look for the blue clues and the orange footprints
and the
like,
Riddler trophies and
the Riddler trophies. But that was fun for me, and I liked the way that they did the Riddler. I said to me in my head, it is if you took Seven and the Crow and mashed them together, but the main character's Batman, like that's what it is.
Yeah.
And you can't, and for me, you can't lose with that combination. I'm not a big fan of the Joker guy. Like that guy's face doesn't look like, I don't know. I haven't seen a whole bunch of his work. So I saw him in the Eternals, but nothing about him says sinister, maniacal Joker to me. And I'm not looking forward to seeing, like, it doesn't have me jazzed to have him going to be the Joker in this universe.
Yeah.
But the Penguin?
Yeah. Colin Farrell as the Penguin was awesome.
He's getting his own TV show.
I heard that's awesome. That's great. You know,
this is going to follow his rise to power now that Falcone is gone.
Right. That's a good move.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can see some cool, like, B-list other villains get like slid into this, as well into this type of world, this Batman universe that they.
Yeah, I wonder how they're if they're going to try to pull in supernatural stuff, like not supernatural, but like, are we going to get to see a Clayface?
I want a Clayface. I want a Man-Bat.
A Solomon Grundy.
Batmite would be great.
Or like a Bane. Like, let's get another Bane in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's get Dave Bautista. Let's get him Let's get him on this. I know he's expressed interest in it.
Anything would be better than the Bane that they did in the Gotham TV series.
Oh, really? I didn't even watch that shit.
It had its moments. I think it was 50-50 most of the time, but sometimes they were on point. Sometimes they were way off the mark.
Yeah, like I'm glad that it's starting to look like DC is going to lean against everything's got to be connected.
Yeah, shared universe.
Yeah, I think that will be nothing but great for DC.
Yeah.
Let Marvel have all that connected shit. Because they've got a Kevin Feige and you don't.
Right.
So what you do have is a Todd Phillips that can make a good movie. You have this guy that can make a good movie. They don't have to all hold hands.
Yeah, make these little one-shot movies, where you just get a cool 2.5 hour movie, and it's like,
well,
awesome.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, for Batman.
But no, I really enjoyed the Batman.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with that.
The Riddler was the biggest part. That was awesome. He was creepy. It was. That was the first time we got a good Riddler on film.
There wasn't a whole lot to choose from. Just Jim Carrey and the possible, 66 Batman one.
Right. And those two were identical. It was just Jim Carrey doing a version of Frank Gershon's Riddler from the 60s. So, what'd
you think about the Catwoman?
I thought she was good. I wasn't too thrilled about that at the beginning.
You weren't too thrilled about the casting, or?
I didn't like the look, and I didn't know where they were going with it. Yeah. I was like, is this going to just be like an obvious love interest? Like, let's just throw in this character.
There was absolutely no love interest. I was like, holy shit. They figured it out that you don't have to have somebody like, you don't have to have a Vicky Vale. You don't have to have that. I'm trying to court somebody. Like, I'm trying to solve this fucking mystery and keep people from dying. I don't need to worry about getting my dick wet.
Right. And then while watching the movie, I liked the character, how she was supposed to be, it's like happened organically, and that was well written. So
for me, I'm not well versed in my Batman stories. So when the movie, spoiler for anybody that hasn't seen the Batman, when they said that she was Falcone's daughter, I was like, oh shit. Like, I didn't know whether or not that was from the comic books or whether that was something from that they made up. But I had never heard that.
That was new to me too.
Well, apparently it's from a book. It's from a series because I watched the the new rock stars or the Comics Explained. One of those guys said it was from like Court of Owls or the Long Halloween or one of those stories. She was Falcone's daughter.
Nice.
But I really enjoyed like that. To me, as the uninitiated, like I was like, oh, okay, well that's new, that's fresh.
Yeah, this is an all-around good movie, man. I got my money's worth out of it.
All right, Jerry.
Thanks,
thank you for your support.
Appreciate it, man. Go to bed.
Yeah. Oh, have you talked to the Kingdom of Comics guys about us doing a signing for the Godfather, or is that kind of just playing it by ear?
Playing it by ear. I haven't talked to them about it, but the thing of it is MegaCon is the weekend right after Recount Preamble is scheduled to come out. So
but with the print things, man, like I just had to cancel an appearance because they're not going to have the book as scheduled.
Right.
So Evan and I were supposed to do a signing next Wednesday because the book comes out next Wednesday, and they got a notification that the book's not going to be ready.
That's the Second Sight book, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it's not. I don't think that's exclusive to a publisher.
Yeah,
like,
I know
it's just
right.
Everybody's time frame could be off,
right.
And I know that dealing with Scout, like Scout has also, like hearing from you, like a lot of dates have been missed. You're like, oh, well, it was supposed to come out, 3 weeks ago, and we're finally coming out and stuff. So I imagine this paper shortage is messing everybody up.
Well, from what I've been some information I've been given, that there's some things have changed to make the on sale dates more reliable. So I have a good faith in it actually coming out on May 18th. Actually.
Okay. Yeah. So May 18th, you said that weekend, what, the 20th is MegaCon?
Yeah, the 19th through 22nd is MegaCon. So maybe if Kingdom was going to do a signing, would probably be the following weekend.
What'd you say? That's May?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have anything in May. You need to tell your exclusive retailer to holler at me.
There's got to be someone at MegaCon that wants a Brian Silverbacks.
Well, yeah, but they have to also be willing to put me on somebody's couch, shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not paying for my hotel or anything at MegaCon. I'm just getting a free table for 4 days.
Yeah, you're a guest.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. That's still,
dude, you can't beat that, man.
Yeah, a table for 4 days. It's awesome. I mean, I got a table for 4 days last year too. That Second Sight paid for. And I broke even with my hotel.
Yeah, but COVID was still pretty heavy in people's minds, keeping them at home.
Yes.
I think now that people aren't talking about it as much, I think that the turnout should be greater.
I think so too. Yeah.
Without getting all into politics or whatever, but
right.
I think that'll happen. So good, man. Congratulations on the book. I look forward to seeing the next Ghost Rider Punisher version that you guys have come up with.
Yeah. I appreciate this, Brian. Thanks for
next time a little bit more of a heads up, and I can have some better shit prepared.
You did just
you're like, hey Brian, do you want to help me close out the Kickstarter on next Friday? I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. I say how we're doing it, and you're like, oh well, I thought you'd have your fucking StreamYard set up and shit. Oh, okay.
Let's just go live, man. Let's just go live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like the questions are in. 2 people watching is probably me and somebody else. Probably me and you, like signed into our computers watching this. So you and the wife have a good time. We will see you next Friday, my man.
All right, buddy. Good to see you, man.
All right, brother.
Have a good one.
Peace out. Thank you guys for backing the campaign.